Hello everyone, I'm Sam Casson and welcome to Chazy. Tonight we're here for boys varsity action. The Chazy Eagles going against the Westport Eagles. For Tom Tregan and Tom Brandells, Chazy Eagles, Terry Lapierre's in goal. Eric Munson 28, Corey Pomeroy 9, Tim Mulligan 15, Casey O'Connor 21, Dan Bernard 27. Darrell Lamb is 14. James Moser is 25, Pat McAuliffe 20, Krista Marsh 29, Jay Anderson 23, Zach Lee is number 1. Kevin Dwyer is 24, Eric Bowman 11, Jason Fenner 17, Nate Trombley 13, Casey Barcombe 22, Jared Ackerman number 16, Aaron House 18, Matt Devins is number 12, and Adam Rainville number 11. Chazy kicks off as we start this ball game. For the Westport Eagles, Coach Jeff Marcotte, Assistant Coach Dan Mannix, Assistant Coach First, I don't know what the thing is on the side, they got Tom Beauvais. The manager is John Smith, scorekeeper and timer is Jesse Fogel. Scorekeeper and timer again is Golf. Michelle Lynn Golf, I guess, and ball managers are Dustin March, Bradley Hathaway, and Joshua Borden. They gave me a list of everybody here. Well, all I can tell you, Heather Coulomb is the scorekeeper here. Good. Save it, Pat. Now we'll get to the players. Bernie Fielder is number 21. The Marsh moves up on the ball. Stripped away by Westport. Jason Sayer is number 18. Vinny Juanetta is number 20. Morgan Atwell is number 19. Gordon Bigelow is 22. Kevin Connell is 24. Kept in by Chazy. Westport picks it up. Mike Trombley is 13. Darren Anson is number 9. Alvaro Trincota, Cotto, I guess, Cato is number 10. Bob Marsh is 16. Scott Sherman is in goal. Jeffrey
got more time than that, Chris.
Hoskin is number 8. Ed Moulton 17. Anthony Moore 23. Matt Atwell number 12. Robert Fielder number 3. Tom Forsher is number 4. And Niles Rolfe is number 15. Action continues.
Come on!
Headed by Chazy. Better look through my viewfinder here and spread out my thing a little bit. Big Dan Bernard will toss it in. Gotta go out of bounds again for Chazy. Bernard again to toss in. His throw comes deep, but it's headed out by Westport. Kicked high in the air. Pushed back in, I think, by Devins out there. Charge called on Chazy, so it'll be Westport ball. Sam Lajway and Paul Gilmore doing the reffing. This one's is Mr. Lajway and Gilmore is down yonder. Out of bounds, I think we'll have a corner kick. Like Bernie Fielder taking the corner kick. Pushes it down towards the box. But it's going to be cleared out for a goal kick for Chazy. Lapierre will take his goal kick.
Jason, up tight on your man, Jason. Way up low.
Puts it to midfield. It's going to go out of bounds for Westport. Broken up by Bernard. Bernard pushes it up ahead. O'Connor giving chase.
Don't give up. Don't give up. Good Michael. Good boy, Mike. Come on.
O'Connor again giving chase. Ball's pushed to the outside. Westport tries to clear it back, but head back in by Bernard. Evans cuts it off from changing fields. It comes to Darrell Lamb. Lamb pushes it back up ahead to DeMars. DeMars crosses over for Mosier, but cleared out by Westport. Headed by Prombrio.
Good change, Darrell. Tony! That's it, Tony! Good stick, Tony!
Devon's doing battle.
Make the cross! Cross it, Tony! Stay with it, stay with it! Come on, Matt! Come on, Tony! Help, Matt! Where's the support? Al, push up! All forward, guys! No. Come back to the ball, Casey! Stop the ball, Lou! Go grab! Come back to the ball, Wing!
That's not dust flying, that's the lime. It's a beautiful day today. Temperature 78 degrees. For the second day of October. I'll take this till soccer season is done.
Get to the ball, Blue!
O'Connor heads it over to Moser.
Good boy!
Broken up by Westport. Picked up by Bernard. Munson cuts it off.
Get the ball, Blue!
He pushes it up ahead to McAuliffe. And Westport clears it. But O'Connor cuts it off. Shot. Wow. Nice save by Sherman. He wasn't sure where it was. Headed back in by O'Connor. Bernard pushes it back into O'Connor. DeMars. To Lamb.
Get to it, Blue! Go across the middle! Touch back!
DeMars.
Touch back! Back to him!
Marsh pushes it over to O'Connor. O'Connor looking for Moser, but cleared back out by Westport. Ball goes back to O'Connor. He's in the battle. Pushes it to the middle. Cross by McAuliffe to Moser. Shot blocked. Lamb gives chase, but he gets it stripped away by Westport.
Change it!
Bernard.
Go, Pee-wee. Gotta be quick. Careful, Al.
Ball comes to DeMars.
Change.
DeMars pushes it to center field, but
Short pass.
brought back by Devons, but picked up by Westport.
Go, Tony. Get to it, Blue.
Moser gets a foot on it. O'Connor gives chase on the side. Moser with the kick. I hope I had the camera on in time. And the Chazy Eagles take a 1-0 lead with 31:27 to go in the first half. Chazy leads it 1-0.
21. Man on. Get wide.
Well, Westport kicks off as we start play after the goal. My apologies to Casey O'Connor. It was Casey O'Connor with the goal, Moser with the assist.
That's it, Darrell.
And the Eagles lead it of Chazy by a score of 1-0. DeMars crosses it over. O'Connor gives chase again.
Let's go, Blue. Get carried.
Headed back out by Westport.
Get it out of the area now. Let's go. Get to it, Blue.
O'Connor.
Go. Come on, Blue. Help. Support. Chris.
McAuliffe gives, DeMars gives, a minute, that's McAuliffe. Gives chase.
Good try.
Goes out of bounds for a goal kick.
Come on, Benny.
Westport takes the goal kick. Headed back by Mulligan.
Chris, Take it.
Westport pushes the ball up.
Flag.
Knocked out by Munson.
Gordon, Bob, don't stay there. Get the flag.
That's Connell with a throw in. Number 24.
Go, Mike. Go, Michael. Oh, we got to beat him, Tony. You got to beat him to the ball.
Bernard up ahead to McAuliffe. That's going to be Sherman with the grab.
Stay there.
Nice kick. Munson heads it to Lamb. Over to DeMars.
Whoa, come on, Mike.
Pushed up in the middle, but broke up by Westport. Nice cut off by DeMars. I think high kick probably called.
Let's go. Ball.
Sherman comes over and grabs it.
Get open, Tony. Get open, Tony.
Sherman with a nice kick to center field.
Good work. Stay up, Jason. Stay up, Jason.
Mulligan cuts it off.
Change.
Excuse me.
Pat. Work, Pat. Not in place. Don't let him turn it.
McAuliffe.
Containment. Stop him. Keep going.
Picked up by Mulligan.
Opposite field when they kick.
He goes to O'Connor with it. Third by Westport. Pushed back in by Devens.
Shot.
Lamb
Don't let him set up.
with the shot on goal, but grabbed by Sherman. Sherman kick comes short this time, picked up by Lamb. That's going to roll out of bounds for a blue throw-in. Throw-in comes in. Bernard puts a foot to it, pushes it out of bounds for a goal kick. Forsher just reported in. And I can't remember all the numbers went in for Westport, but I do know Nate Trombley, Jay Anderson, and who was the other one just went in for the Eagles? I think Dwyer.
Come on, Kevin. Good run now, Kevin.
Mulligan's going to take. Pick me up. Mulligan will take the kick.
Short pass, go.
He crosses it over to Prombrio.
Come on, boy.
Prombrio pushes it in to the 18.
Don't press the middle, Benny. Step up, come on. Come on, Al,
Pushed up ahead. Westport's player is getting up, so he's okay. Whoa.
Shot, Barney.
Push called on Chazy, so it'll be Westport's ball.
Continue back, Daryl.
Excuse me.
Burning.
Westport kicks, comes deep, and it goes out of bounds for a Chazy goal
Put it
kick.
down here.
Lapeer takes the goal kick.
And there, Blue.
Headed up ahead by O'Connor. Moser gives chase. It goes out of bounds to be Westport toss in.
Come on, Blue. Yes. There, Kevin, fly. Park the man, Blue. Not burning.
Blue with a hold. So it'll be Chazy ball. Tim Mulligan will take the kick. We are 16 minutes into the ball game. Whoa! Oh my gosh! Tim Mulligan from way out there with the goal, and the Chazy takes a 2-0 lead with 24:01 to go in the first half. Mulligan with the goal. Westport kicks off after a goal by Tim Mulligan from way outside by the circle.
Watch it going, Pee-wee.
And Chazy leads it 2-0. Whoop.
Right through the ball. Come on now. Walk. Going out now. Follow your ball, Al. I'll foul on it, buddy. Matt, good chain. Good chain. Oh. Change it. Mike, now. Step up. That's all right. Swing it. I'm going. Make him hurry, Tony.
Moser gets a head on it. Westport gives chase. O'Connor comes up with it. Shot in the corner. Goal kick. Sherman takes the goal kick.
Come on, step up now, boy. Let's go. Have a shot. Come on, guys. Get up.
Ball is pushed over to Trombley. Trombley shot just wide. Sherman again takes the goal kick, but it's headed by DeMars.
Get to the ball, blow.
And the Chazy Eagles bring a nice head ball by DeMars. Chazy has been controlling most of the play, all the actions. Most of the action's been at this end. I think this is the first game of the second half of the season. Thought that was another one, but it rolls out for a goal kick. Number 8 just reported in for Westport. I think it's Hoskins. Looks like Hoskins.
Come on, Paul, get to the ball.
O'Connor. Goal kick. Sherman again takes the goal kick. Anderson gets a foot on it, pushes it up ahead, but grabbed by Munson and out of bounds for a Westport toss in. This fellow, I'm not going to try to pronounce his name again.
Come on, Jay.
I'll try to get a pronunciation on that one. Out of bounds for who? Chazy, so Jay Anderson will toss in.
Corner! Corner! Pablo! Turn up! Don't cross in the middle! In the middle, guys!
Dwyer pushes it way outside to O'Connor.
Support!
Taken away by Westport.
Come on up, come on up! Come on up, Matt! Jump up the wing! Come on, Tony Moore! Go, Tony! Easy! Settle! Put the shot!
Shot off the top and over. That was a close one. I thought it was a goal kick, but it's a corner kick for Westport.
Head on, Blue! Shoot! Get up, Blue!
Apparently, Lapierre must have got his
Morgan, good
hand
ball.
on the ball.
Right there. Head on, Blue!
Tossed in by Westport.
Good hustle, James.
Westport lifts it high in the air. Kicked up ahead by O'Connor. Taken back by Westport. Moser comes up with the ball.
Have a shot.
Offsides are called. Ackerman, Lamb, McAuliffe, and Fenner awaiting to go in for Chazy.
We'll get to it. Come on, Nathan, it's yours. He's hitting Jeff right there. Back now, Jeff. He's coming, Jeff. He's coming, Jeff. Turn.
Ball comes out to DeMars.
Get to him, Blue.
Pushed out by Westport.
Tony.
Devins heads it.
Jay, Chris. That would have been a great time to change. See? It's hard and go the other way. Pressure! No, it sort of looks inviting.
Offsides again. Moser with the kick and over the top. Sherman with the kick. Goes out for a Chazy toss in. Lamb to toss in. He finds O'Connor. O'Connor puts it out in the middle to Demars. Demars with the shot and in. Chris Demars nets one. I think the assist was Casey O'Connor, and Chazy leads it 3-0 with 15:37 to go in the first half. Westport kicks off after the goal by Chris Demars, an assist to Casey O'Connor, and Chazy leads it 3-0. Demars moving up the line, tripped up a little bit. O'Connor, whoops, nice block. Ball comes to Mulligan. Pushed up ahead to Mulligan. He runs by it. Shot goes wide, goal kick. Scott Sherman to take the goal kick.
Get to the ball, Paul!
Center.
There you go, Jared.
Up ahead to Ackerman. And that's going to be a goal kick. Number 18, Jason Sayer. Sayer is reported in for Westport.
Morgan, get him, Morgan, go, Morgan! Go, come on, Morgan! Great idea.
Ball goes out of bounds. Off fielder. To Chazy toss in. Who is that hiding in the bush there? Dan.
Okay, wait! Chip! Chip! Go! Come on, Blue! Come on! You guys got a one. Now, Kevin, chip to the wing! On you!
Nice back kick. Lamb pushes it over to Demars.
Come on, boys! Now out, Chip! 14. Okay, 114.
Ball's kicked up ahead, but headed back by Westport. 13 minutes to go in the first half. 3-0 Chazy.
Come on, Gordy! Come on, Gordy, keep going! Come on, Gordy, come on, Paul!
Demars with a nice kick up ahead to Lamb. Offsides. Terry Lapeer. Sherman rather takes the goal kick. White trip called.
Go, Blue, come on!
Westport with a nice kick up ahead. I think that was fielder. Goes out of bounds, but it will remain Westport ball. Zach Lee will be heading into the ball game for Chazy.
Come on, Blue, get one, come on, guys! Come on, Blue!
Fielder sets the ball, and he'll take the kick.
And on, Blue!
Goal kick for Chazy.
Come on, Blue!
Well, number 10 is Trincato. Is his last name. Al, we'll call him.
Yeah! Good job, Bernie, fielder!
Westport ball.
Come on, Blue! Go, Blue, let's go! Come on! Hold him up, Mike. Nobody here. Mark up! Daryl, get in, Daryl! Get him all the way in!
Fielder again with the kick, and it's just high. Chazy will have himself a goal kick.
21.
Terry Lapeer with the goal kick. Mulligan. Pushed up ahead. Pushed in, but chested down by Bernard. Zach Lee gets it on the action. Fielder picks up the ball. He's stripped up by Mulligan, and Ackerman pushes it back for Chazy.
Go, Blue, go!
Headed by Mulligan.
Good job, Jason. Stairs. 14. Watch 14, middle. Watch.
McAuliffe gets tripped up and it'll be Chazy ball.
Come on, Jared, go to the ball. Get up there.
Mulligan trying a goal out there, but this time he misses, but it's picked up by Darrell Lamb. Goal kick. Looks like Chazy got reversible trunks on. They're green underneath, white inside. Aaron House and Casey Barcombe will be going in for some action. Fielder puts a foot to it. Lapierre with the grab.
Watch this side! Watch this side! Matt, get the ball, Matt! Back got a good job, Jason's there. Chip! Chip! Down! Go to it! Jared, go to it! Out! Morgan, got Morgan! Morgan! Watch Morgan! Come on, Kevin! Still got it! Give it middle! Support him out! Support him out! I got it! No, Al, I got it!
Chazy tops in. Chazy making wholesale changes. I didn't get everybody that went in there, but I know Casey Barcombe went in. I think Eric Bowman's in there. Aaron House is in there. And let's see what else I can pick up.
Pressure up now. Come on. Pressure!
Ball comes to Bernard. Bernard puts it to midfield, but headed back in by Westport. Brought back by Mulligan. Mulligan again. Ball's over to Bowman. Yes, Eric Bowman's into the ball game.
22!
Charge was called on Chazy.
Come on!
Ball is lifted high. Bernard with the head. That's Lee with the foot. Bowman gives chase.
22! Finish! 22!
Ball goes right to Sherman. Coach Streakin has used everybody tonight so far. We got 5 minutes to go in the first half.
Get it! Hard! Switch! Come at it! Let it go!
Cromwell gives chase, but it rolls out of bounds.
Tony! Morgan, go to one.
Westport with a toss in.
Get to it, blow! Got me middle. Done. Wait, Bob, you throw. Bob, you got to drop. Hard. Come on, Blow, get to it. Watch that middle guy. Good ball, Zach. Run, Aaron. Wide now. Run hard.
I'm looking, but I don't see a 14 on this team. I see one on the field. Sherman grabs it, but I don't see one on my paper.
Good, come on. Okay. Man, here we go. Come on, Bobby. Heads up, heads up. And we want right on the man. Right on the man. Jack, right here. 4.
There's the fellow I don't have listed. Hopes that's going to be white ball. Dan Bernard will toss it in. Nope, I don't have a 14 listed.
Middle.
Ball comes to Mulligan.
Nice change.
Changes Fields with it.
Middle!
Shot goes wide for a goal kick.
Right there.
Lapeer will take the goal kick.
Charge it!
Drops it over to Bernard on the side.
You gotta be on the line. We gotta have number one. He's in the middle by himself.
Mulligan.
Charge on blue.
Charge called on Westport.
Bernie, it's too late to step up in. You should have had him before.
Dan takes the goal kick.
Settle.
Mulligan.
2 wasted ball. First of all, Dan.
Out of bounds for Westport. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half.
Come on, let's go! Pinch the middle more, Tom. Pinch the middle more. Launch the ball way over there. Roberts! Let's up, blow! Okay, Mike, chip up the wing! Good try, Mike. That'll be it, Jim. Good job, Kevin! Oh!
Dwyer, handball.
Good work!
Fulcher, I think that is, with the kick.
Right throw.
Or was it? Yes, it was. No, Fulcher's number 4, according to my paper. House. Lifts it over to Bowman.
Mike up 22, Bob.
Bowman looking for House, but broken up by Westport. Zach Lee tries to bring it back in.
Get up, low.
Out of bounds for Chazy.
Good trap. Nice. Nice work, Ed. Tighter to 22, Bob. Go tighter to it. Bob, you can't get to him if they get across.
Westport's got the goal kick with 14 seconds to go. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first half with the Chazy Eagles leading the Westport Eagles in boys varsity action by a score of 3-0 at halftime. We're ready for second half action between the Chazy Eagles and the Westport Eagles. Chazy Eagles lead it 3-0. As we start the second half.
Go, Gordy! Good job, Gordy! Keep it going! Make a hurry here.
Cromwell pushes it up ahead. It'll be blue ball. White ball. Mulligan will take it.
Help him with help Jeff. 21. Watch 27.
At midfield.
21, Bernie still.
Nice kick by Mulligan.
Good D. Who's on it?
Lamb with the shot. There rolls.
Play. Come on, get wide. Don't
Sherman grabs it. Thought it was going to roll out, but it didn't.
Get outside the ball. It's going to spin.
Bernard with the head.
Mark up.
Dan will toss in.
Take the thrower now. Take the thrower.
A white ball. Dan Bernard will toss in again.
Hey. Tony, 12. 12. Keep an eye on that one also too. You can.
Goal kick. Sherman takes the kick. Comes to Moore.
Go 2. Come on, no turn on that. Try, Gordy. Support. One move. Gordy, get 27.
O'Connor. Pushes it out to the middle, but picked up by Westport.
Get open again. Corner. Come to the ball. Go back, go. Oh, you had him.
Munson puts it back to McAuliffe. McAuliffe lofts it up ahead to Moser.
Jump up the wing!
O'Connor.
You guys look like you're having just so much fun.
Get wide, Corey. Get open for him. Yep. Come in.
Cromwell gets a foot on it.
Good ball, Corey.
He pushes it up ahead. headed by Fielder.
Come on, Jeffrey. Corner, corner. Okay, 21 again. Hey, right here.
Devins.
On you. Come on, Daryl.
White trip called.
Move up with the line. On the ball, Daryl. Stand on back, Tony. Come on, Kevin. Look for the shot. Go, go, Get off that pass. Get to it. Hey, overlap corner. Corner. Corner.
O'Connor pushes it up ahead. Moser gives chase.
In the middle, Gordon. Nice ball. Left low. Come on. Support. Support. Give it to him. Left low. Let's go.
Shot on goal, but grabbed by Sherman. Sherman quickly pushes it down the field. Picked up by DeMars. Stripped away by Westport. DeMars again regains control.
27, Gordy, watch 27.
Ball comes to O'Connor.
27, Blue. Go straight to the ball. Come on, Jeff. Come on, Jeff. You gotta go hungry.
O'Connor puts it out in the middle. Headed out by Westport. Lamb gets a foot on it. McAuliffe gives chase. He manages to keep it in for Chazy. McAuliffe. Lamb with a shot from the outside. Headed. Goal kick.
Do it, Jeff!
Or is it going to be? Goal kick for the Westport Eagles.
Yep.
Number 18, Jason Sayer has just reported back. Sayer, I think is how you pronounce it. Reported back in for Westport. Corner kick for Chazy.
Take it back in, Scott.
Mulligan. Pushed out deep by Westport. Headed back by the Chazy, but Westport brings it back. Prombrio.
Back in cover.
Gives it over to Mulligan. And we'll have corner kick. Moser takes the goal kick and it goes right to Sherman. Sherman quick to get rid of it. Prombrio heads it back for Chazy.
Get on the line. Get wide. Come on. Blue. You got it, Daryl. Blue.
Devins is in the race. Out of bounds, it'll be a blue ball.
Push up, Kevin. Push up. Come on, with the line. There you go. Come on. Push, push. Meet him with speed. Back to Kevin.
O'Connor over to Moser, looking for O'Connor. Fielder breaks it up.
Man. Help, help. Use him. Use him. Good move. Good move. Continue.
Moser comes out with it.
Nice ball, Casey.
Ooh. Weak shot. Sherman comes up with it. Pushing from behind called on Westport. Mulligan will take it.
Come on, Blue! Come on, Bernie! Get open again, Bernie. Get open. Bernie, open!
Devins gets a foot on it. Out of bounds for a blue throw-in. Fielder will toss in. No, he's going to leave it for Bigelow, I believe, is number 22. He gets it into fielder. Moser pushes it way up the field.
Mike on one line, Mike! Good talk, Scott. Stay in the hole, Jay. He's way out.
Sherman come way out for that one. Almost stepped out of the box on his kick.
Get to it, Blue!
Ball comes to O'Connor. Bigelow pushes it out to midfield. Munson, but cleared back out by Bigelow, cut off by Devens. Bernard comes over, keeps it in. Oh, roll right on the line. Picked back up by Bigelow. I think that was a push on O'Connor.
Flag. Tony. Go flag. Go over there.
Mulligan. Slide. Almost a slide tackle. Pushed up ahead, but cut off by Devens.
Again.
Moore in the battle. Moore with a shot. Up here. With the grab.
Here we go, Blue. Let's go, Blue. Keep it down here, Blue.
We've played 10 minutes second half. So there's been no scoring so far.
Good job, Tony Moore. Charge!
Win it, you guys!
In the second half it is, but Chazy has picked up 3 in the first half. Trip called.
Okay, Bernie, good up. 2-5, let's go, get up now!
Munson will take the kick. Taps it lightly over to Mulligan.
Bill, get him, Bill!
Mulligan
Shot, Bill!
over to DeMars, back to Mulligan.
Scott!
Mulligan headed by O'Connor, but it's going to go for Sherman to grab. Sherman throws it back in.
Step up the wing and blow!
Roll out of bounds for Chazy. Dwyer and Ackerman have reported in for Chazy.
Jason 16, Jay. All right, ball! Good job, Patrick. Go to the ball.
Better get over here for action in case somebody nets a goal and we miss it. We'll look at the crowd a little later.
Look at harder, come on, Tony!
Mulligan
Good change, continue it!
gets it over to Ackerman. Ackerman puts it towards the net, but cleared back out by Westport.
Backspin! Go back.
Fenner reporting in for Chazy. It looks like Devens will toss in. Just as soon as the sub gets off, he'll have to redo it.
Corey, get it, Corey. Top, Corey! Change it. Nice ball. Trouble. Get to it, Blue!
Dwyer's in on the action. And it's grabbed by Sherman.
Good outlet. Get to it, Blue! Come on, guys, we're playing with it. Put it in. Ball wide. Come on, Blue, get up! Turn it, man.
Devens and Moore doing battle. Headed by O'Connor.
Way to listen, Get over
And Sherman's there for the pickup.
Get out.
Puts a foot to it.
Don't touch it.
It'll be Chazy tossing as Matt Devens tosses in. Puts it up the field. O'Connor, he puts it out towards center. Back to Moser. Moser again. Fenner.
Get it out! One out.
Dwyer. Shot is blocked by Westport.
Up low!
Get it, Bernie, get it!
Time! Back, Jared! Come on back, Jared! Come on, Matt! Through! Bernie! Let's go!
All sides were called.
Ball ahead of you.
We'll continue on again with our spectator view. Ball's in midfield, but we better scoot back over there. I think we've gotten all the spectators over there. Whoa, Sherman is out for the grab.
Let's go! Tony, go! Come on, Matt! Come on, Matt! Come on, Matt! Get him, Matt! Yeah, you go win! You gotta get wide, Jared. Okay, all right, Jared? Okay. What are we marking here, boys? Up, here, wait!
Bigelow will toss in again. Headed by Devins. DeMars puts it over to Fenner. Fenner up ahead, picked up by Westport. Pushed up ahead by Moser. O'Connor on the breakaway. Nope. Wasn't on a breakaway, but he was one-on-one.
Get to it, Blue!
DeMars. Oh, nice block by Westport.
Get to the ball, Blue! 2-5, 2-5.
DeMars again. And we'll have a corner kick. Again, James Moser will take it. That'll be a goal kick for Chazy, for Westport. O'Connor heads it to Moser.
Get up the way.
Ball comes back to Ackerman. Bigelow. Ackerman. Handball, I think, was called on Mr. Ackerman. Got a few hand signals going on here. Ackerman heads it over to O'Connor. Pushed up ahead by DeMars. DeMars. Chris DeMars, we're still bringing the ball up.
Good try.
Westport breaks it up. And Mr. Fenner will toss in. Gets it into Chris DeMars.
Now, Blue!
Dwyer.
Come on, Blue! Good shot, Jason.
Shot, but over the... Elbowing called. It's grab. Thought Sherman had his hand on it, but I guess not.
Mark up!
It'll be corner kick for Chazy.
Pee-wee, get in there! Whoa!
Out of bounds.
Come on, Blue!
Westport takes the goal kick. Trombley and Anderson just went in for Chazy.
Good job, Bobby. Come on, Bird.
Just a little under 20 minutes to go.
We're there, Blue!
Still haven't had any score in the second half. It remains 3-0 Chazy.
Yeah!
Bernard. For Ackerman. Fenner picks it up. Tries to anyways.
Middle, Bernie, go middle!
Mulligan pushes it up, but taken back by Westport. Ball goes to Sherman.
Number 18.
He quickly gets rid of it.
Go back a little bit, I can't see it. There you go. Jump up the wing, Blue! Good boy, Michael.
Some fancy footwork going on
Tony,
there.
one on.
Moore and Trombley get in the duel.
Jump up, Tony. Good job.
Ball's pushed up ahead, headed by Prombrio.
Come on back! Come back! Let's win that. Win it.
He's out! Goalie's out!
Who's there? Robert.
Dwyer over to Anderson.
Let's go, Blue!
Ball comes back out to Mulligan. Ackerman. Broken up by Westport. Sherman gets a goal kick, but the Eagles keep it in. Zach Lee puts a head on it. Lee again. Aaron House is into the game too, along with Eric Bowman. Just reported in for Chazy. House with the ball now. Out of bounds, we'll have a goal kick. Wrong again, we got a corner kick. I think it's Anderson taking it.
Bernie, take the big guy.
Kick is good, but right to Sherman. Trombley gets a head on it. Anderson gets a foot on it. Fielder gets a head on it, but picked up by McAuliffe. McAuliffe over to Bowman. Pushed back by Westport.
That's good, Tony. Come wide for him. Come wide for him.
Moore.
Oh, there you go. Touch.
Lee pushes it out of play for Westport. Westport with the toss in. Moore pushes it up ahead.
Again, you got corner again.
Out of bounds for who? I think it's Blue. Moore will toss in with 15 minutes remaining in the game. LaPierre grabs.
Good shot there, Bernie. Good shot to take. Whoa! Get to a blue saddle, chip!
Bernard with the head. Fielder pushes it in, but it's going to be a goal kick for Chazy. Looks like LaPierre will take the goal kick.
Right, Barco! Good way, Casey!
Oh, Barco gets tripped up.
Get up!
Anderson goes up to Bowman.
Go!
Bowman.
There you go, Jason! Come on, Jason!
Out of bounds, I think it's white push called. I don't know what he's calculating here. Probably figuring out how they can get different angles. Lee.
Let's go, Blue! Let's go now! Scott! Oh, nice job! Stay with it! Good play, good play.
That was Fenner with the kick. Could have corner kick for Chazy.
Okay, okay. Ball!
Sherman got his hands on it, but was unable to hang on to it. So the ball squirts free.
Good job, here it comes. Okay, step out, guys, step out. Give him line, give him line, give him the ball.
DeMars. Lee gets a foot on, lifts it high in the air.
Good play. Holler,
Sherman has got it. He's lucky he got it.
Okay.
Thought it got away from him when he was down. It could have been number 4.
Chip Bernie, Chip Bernie.
Bernard with the kick. Headed by Westport.
Go, Bowman!
Bowman.
Let's go! Come on!
I think it's going to be a corner kick.
So we get Bernard. Watch Bernard.
Jay Anderson will take the corner kick as soon as he can set that ball. Looking to get that spot just right. He didn't have the spot right and went behind the net. Sherman takes the goal kick. Trombley puts a foot on it but goes out of bounds. Adam Rainville, number 11, he just reported in for Chazy. Trombley looking for a house, but it's over his head. Headed by Anderson.
Come on, Matt! Hey, boy, let's go, Matt!
Ball gets by Trombley. Under 10 to go. Lapierre's out for the grab.
Come on, never hold me shirt! Your red card. Come on, Red.
Out of bounds for Westport to toss in.
You got it, Tony?
McAuliffe gets a foot on it.
Come on! Trying to shoot it with his cleat falling off. Good attempt, Tony! Hit it, Al! Come on, Al!
That's for a goal kick for Chazy.
Get that airflow!
Terry Lapierre takes the goal kick.
Come on, ball!
Could be Westport ball.
Set up, Tippy!
Lapierre with the grab.
Get wide around.
Ball comes to Zach Lee. He gets it up to Maxwell House. He's unable to catch up with it.
Bobby, turn around. Go, Bobby. What? Try, Bob.
Out of bounds for White. Zach Lee will handle it.
Bobby, stay in middle. Bobby, stay in middle, guys. Jacob.
Whoa.
Chip up. Good job. Chase him down, Bernie. Come on.
Anderson. Up ahead, but broken up by Westport. Rainville.
Save it. Mark up your man. He's going to save it. Mark up. 23.
Barcombe gets a head on it. Barcombe again. Exactly, puts a foot on it. Looking for Fenner. Sherman takes the goal kick. Comes the fielder. Ackerman back into the game for Chazy. Bernard with a nice ball up ahead. House gets a foot on it.
Get it, Gordy, come on,
Zach
Gordy.
Lee picks it up on the outside. He brings it over to Anderson. Anderson with a shot, right to Sherman.
Man! You guys got to talk to him.
It's out of bounds. Dan Bernard will toss in. Bernard with a good throw. Headed by Bowman.
Come on, Bernie, keep going. Come on, Tony. Get it.
Trombley puts it deep into the box, but headed back out by Westport.
Anticipate that and get over here.
Brainville gains to get a foot on it. Bernard brings it back. He gets it over to Ackerman.
Turn it. Oh. You guys got to tell him he's there. He can't turn the ball with someone on him.
DeMars.
Come on, Gordy.
Trombley. But kicked out by Bigelow. Lee. Over to House.
Come on, Matt. Over your head. Go, Matt. Cody in the middle.
Ball goes to Lapeer with 4.5 minutes remaining in the game.
Get to it!
Bernard.
Stop this ball! Go! Come on, Tony! Jason, Sarah, get to it, buddy! Yep. Hey, stand! Right back! Get middle!
Bernard keeps it in.
Get it, Blue, come on!
Markham. Whoa. Rainville. I think that's off Ackerman. It's blue ball.
Left, center, right. I'm on that side. No, you're on this side.
All right, Blue, come on!
Yeah, if I score one, I better get a hell of a problem.
That's over the top for a goal kick for Chazy.
That's all right, man. We're good.
Terry Lapeer takes the goal kick
Charge the ball, Blue!
with 2:28 to go. It's going to be Chazy ball. I guess Dan Bernard will handle it. He gets it into McAuliffe.
Into a Blue! Into a Blue! Get back, Dale, get back. Get back.
Anderson pushes it up ahead.
Where's the goal, Dale?
Barcombe will take the toss in. Casey Barcombe again will toss in. Ackerman. Cleared out by Westport.
Wide.
Headed by Trombley. Trombley heads it twice. Trombley with the foot over to Anderson. House gives chase. House puts it back out to Bowman. Oh boy, we got about a minute to go. My battery's flashing dead. I hope we get a stoppage here. Good, we'll have a goal kick. Lee with the shot. Oh, House pushing, jumping in. We're down to 22 seconds.
Come on up, Darren. Come on, Darren.
Trombley cuts it off.
Go by him, Darren.
7, 6.
5 seconds to go. Ball's kicked up ahead. Cut off by McAuliffe, and that's going to end the ball game. with the Chazy Eagles defeating the Westport Eagles in boys varsity action by a score of 3-0. All scoring was done in the first half. Chazy 3, Westport 0. Till next time, good night everyone.